Since DBD's launch in 2016, there's been a lot of controversial topics, game mechanics and perks that has made the DBD community go to war with each other. And in today's video, we're going to take a look at some of the biggest controversies in Dead by Daylight. Starting off with a topic that is pretty much dead now, since Behavior removed it, but at the same time was a very hot topic. And it's of course stretched res. This was a way to stretch your screen to a certain resolution by changing the settings for your monitor and in-game settings. And in Dead by Daylight, changing the resolution would also change your FOV. This made it so that some resolutions would give players a huge advantage by being able to see a lot more than what you usually do.
This one isn't as bad in my opinion, but it's still... the thing with this one isn't really here, it's more here. Seeing all this. Like, you can see if there's a chase going on there, if you're fucking sat there. Are you fucking kidding me? You're sat here, and you can see a chase going on there.
So of course, this upset a lot of people, because it gave an unfair advantage at certain loops by being able to see the killer over tiles that you normally would not, making it very hard for the killer to mind game at those loops when going against someone using stretched res.
Okay, so we're testing revealing ghost phase on native-ish resolution, and right over this tall set of tires, it's impossible. However, if we do this on stretch resolution, immediately revealed.
But on the other side, there were a lot of people defending stretched rest by saying that either it was not a big deal, or that they used stretched rest for other reasons than the increased FOV. Like for example, a lot of people said that the main reason of using stretched rest was to get more FPS, and that the game ran a lot better while having stretched rest.
The main benefit of stretch resolution is actually the performance increase. If they still want to enjoy Dead by Daylight, it is sensible to use stretch resolution so their game runs at its fullest potential, even if their performance only gets improved by a slight amount. Because, well, let's face it, a higher frame rate objectively makes the game more playable.
In patch 5.6.0, DBD stated that they fixed an issue that allowed players to play the game with stretched resolution to gain an unfair advantage. Instead of gaining more FOV, there would be black bars covering the screen. This allowed the people that needed the FPS to still play, but without getting any advantage. Since that update, the controversy spiked down, and there are still some players using stretched rest till this day, but me personally, I don't see a problem with that at all, because they won't be getting the same advantage as it used to give. The next topic we're gonna move to is a spicy one, and it is filters. By using a program called Reshade, you can create different filters for maps in Dead by Daylight to make it look different, depending on what you want. For example, you can increase brightness to see more on darker maps, but you can also change it if you want to see certain colors more than others. And this is where it gets a little spicy. By using filters, you can also make the red glow a lot brighter, and it can help to make it a little bit more visible than usual. And it's very usual that you see filters being used in the comp scene for this exact reason. Now, a lot of streamers like to use filters to make the game more visible to viewers, and it can also be helpful towards people with color blindness. But there are those that claim that using filters is straight up cheating or just unfair. The reasoning has of course to do with the filters giving more visibility, and that the game is intended to be dark and to give it more of this, horror feeling.
Look at that. Like, you're going to notice that without how bright it is. Look here, right? There. Look at that. You see exactly where he is. He's trying to mind game, but you see him. You wouldn't notice that as easy without it. It's bright as fuck. Look at this fucking... Dude, it's going through the fucking thing. Like, it's like clipping through. Look here. Boom. It's like fucking clipping. Like, you're fucking gonna mind game that shit. Like, you're saying without filters you'd be able to see this. Like, this really subtle, because there's mist and everything, because like he's got rid of all the mist as well. Like, it's fucking clean as fuck, all of it, right? This is just talking about the red glow. Like, look at that shit. I can't believe this is a conversation still. Just admit you use them for advantages. You wouldn't use them otherwise. Mad.
Some people also claim that increasing the brightness on PC is unfair because console players can't do the same, giving them an unfair advantage. So we've gone a little bit of perspective from both sides of this topic. And me, personally, this is my opinion, okay? So chill out. Yes, it might help during chase to get a little bit more visibility, but will it make you a god tier looper? No. I think there's so much other aspects of the game that is much more important to learn and to know about if you want to play well. So for me, I don't mind the filters too much. It may give a bit of an advantage, but if somebody's playing really good with filters, they can probably do it without the filters as well. But I don't know, that's just a theory. So I'm gonna leave this one to you guys in the comments. What do you think? Is using filters unfair, or is it not that big of a deal? Next up is a weird one, but surprisingly a topic that sparks a lot of hate, and that is comp players. There is a lot of competitive players in Dead by Daylight, but I'm not talking about those with a competitive mindset. I'm talking about the people that are actually competing in tournaments and players that form teams and practices scrims and such. There are quite a lot of different tournaments and leagues in the DBD comp scene, and these players usually know how to loop and play as certain killers very well. Because they practice a lot by doing scrims and 1v1s and a lot more. But why is there so much hate for comp players? Many creators have asked the same question. I still don't understand why the DBD comp scene is so hated. Many haters play super optimal in pub lobbies, justifying themselves as I'm competitive. I play to win. Then attack the comp scene, an environment where people all play at their best. Why do people hate comp DBD? Just like more experienced players get to verse other experienced players. I don't get it. So let's take a look at why people think comp players are so hated. In this day and age, competitive players are just playing a different game. The issue lies where comp players play competitive in public matches. They are often made fun of because it's like you're tryharding against casual people. A lot of people blame the comp community and claim they are the ones who encouraged boring playstyles and boring metas. And then there were a bunch of tweets talking about that comp players have huge egos. So as I see it, I think most of the hate does not come from the fact that they are comp players, but more what comes with playing competitive, which is playing optimal, playing to win, and playing in ways that people view as boring, aka not following the survivor rulebook. And the big problem comes when this is implemented in public lobbies, when you're playing against more casual players, and then the more casual players get frustrated because of the way you play. Now, I think we're throwing too many comp players under the bus here. I get it, losing is not fun, but there will always be people trying to win in the video game. That's, kind of the point. And it's maybe more of a problem from behavior side, from balancing the game the way they have done. So that killers have to slug, tunnel, and do these kind of, unfun strategies to win. But as I see it, most comp players just want to have fun and do good in tournaments and such. And for those that throw hate over the whole comp scene after going against one comp light in pubs once, should maybe chill a bit. Because what's the difference between a comp player and a non-comp player who is tryharding in pubs? And for those saying that comp players have huge egos, I don't think that's fair. Because, let's be real. Most of the DBD community, comp or not, has a huge ego. And I'm not saying every single comp player is a saint, but I think that it's unfair that some comp players get unnecessary hate for no reason. Alright, so that was it for this video. Please comment, share, subscribe and like if you want to see more videos like this. And I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.